everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome to the Stanley Parable. Today is January the 9th and today is the 3-year anniversary of the daily upload, and to celebrate I'm playing the very first series to ever feature on this channel. Now I haven't played this since August 2015, so it's going to be a right trip down memory lane, but I think it's going to be a bit of fun all of the same. So without any more stalling, let's begin. The end is never the end is never the end is never the loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, the memories.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
What a guy, look at him there.
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Look at them graphics.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy Stanley's happy. It's a happy chappy.
One day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Welcome to the game, everybody. We are in control. All the memories. I feel quite small. Am I crouching up? Never mind. Welcome back to the game. The memories, the musics. Oh, it is triggering all of those nostalgic feels. This game is so interesting and fun to play because there's so many ways you can play it. But anyway, we're going to do a regular...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
But
Stanley
what does it
decided
mean?
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. We're going to do a regular playthrough for now, and then we'll mix things up afterwards. So we're going to do exactly what the narrator says. We're going to go to the meeting room, because maybe that's where everyone has gone. But look at the mess. Oh, right, this way to the meeting room. I still remember the lay of the land. Oh, the first left or right choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, did he now? So if I were to take this right-hand door, Mr. Narrator, would that be a bad idea? We're following the narrator. Now, if people in the audience haven't played this game or haven't seen this game, like, you're missing out on a classic gem of gaming.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Right, you are, narrator. To the voice of the sky, to the boss's office. How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Oh, well, goodbye. This way, I suppose. I'm not going to dilly-dally too long because we're going to be going through here a couple more times. But, yeah, the broom closet. Oh, the legend of the broom closet. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's such a cool Easter egg there. We'll do that later. But oh, this game was so bloody amazingly cool.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, you are there, Ted. And if you haven't seen my original playthrough of it, well, I wouldn't because it's cringeworthy. It is executive bathroom. It is so bad, just terribly bad. I can't bear to watch it myself anymore. Oh, these doors are locked. There's a way to get through them. I remember. Anything back there? Okay, well, let's go to the boss's office. Hey, boss!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, of course not, narrator. Oh, look at that! I guessed it!
By simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It is incredible! I didn't see it there, but then it was there, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh, but what does it mean? Going behind the scenes of the boss's office, I can see there's something like Portal going on. Why is there so much space? Why is there an elevator going down? Pushing the big red button, the door closed, and I descended deeper into the unknown treacherousnesses of the loading screen.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Amazing! Oh, look, goodbye, power. Things are getting spooper-dooper down here. But let's push on forwards and see if we
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And I definitely didn't take the exit that said escape down the long, ominous corridor. Let's go to the mind control facility. That sounds way more fun. There's a camera. There's somebody watching me. Hello, Voids! It is me, Stanley, the Parable Man. Up, up.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know if I do have the strength, but we will find out. And I'm having so many flashbacks because there's so many ways you could play this game. But also, it's hard to talk with the narration coming.
Monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It looks really pretty. And yeah, also it's kind of actually relevant to play this game again because they have a remastered version coming up very soon that's going to have brand new pieces added to it. Hey, how about? Call that elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean...
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
Never!
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, I mean...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, I will, voice in my head. But do I do that from in the power bit or by down there? I guess in here. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Oh, I'm going to give you an input in a minute, but I am Stanley of Parable Down. System power off or on. I can take control or I can remove control. Well, we did say this playthrough would be about being a good boy, so let us do this.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It's so metaphorical and inspirational. Goodbye, horrible darkness of repressive office management, mind-controlling peoples. And hello, destiny. The line of before and after is before me, and I choose to step through the looking glass and never look back.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And how about that, everybody? That is how the game plays out if you just do what you're told. You escape your chains, break your barriers, you escape this workplace and you become your own person. But wait, what if we were to go back and do things a little bit differently? Ooh. Finding ourselves once again in our beloved office, we step out through the door. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
They are gone.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Or perhaps there's a secret in here. There's a thing about turning off the computer screens, and I can't jump, but there's a way to get through that window. This window has no glass, but I don't remember how to do it. Oh, here we go. Oh. Yes, yes. Freedom, 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 hoy. Ah, ha, ha! Your boy Spammals remembers.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh! I know. I would like more gag, please.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
Thank you, Mr. Narrator. I forgot how much you like to talk. Begin the game again. Right, well, how about that? Welcome back, everybody. Oh, everybody's gone, have they? Oh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What is that sound? Sounds like hail or something.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going through the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps I did. Let's go to the employee lounge and see what we can see there. Oh, look at this.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
That I did, narrator. Look at this. Got a drinks machine and everything. And they have windows. And there's paper on the...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
You're right. Let's crack on with the adventure.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, you want me to go? You want to go through this bit? This door here, narrator. The first door on the left. So not this door back here. Definitely not this door here, because this looks more interesting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, aren't you a honey bubble of reassuring words? Caution! Do not lie. If you are lying, right now, stop. That's a caution sign every office needs. I've got building plans. Architect's table. A big old warehouse. Narrator, what you got to say about this? Warning! Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. It will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000, or penalty for jumping off the cargo lift $5,000. I guess it doesn't want me to jump off the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger. Danger everywhere. Do we want to be nice to Mr. Narrator? Do we want to give him a second chance at life to make us have a happy ending? Because, I mean, we all have a happy ending, don't we? No one disagrees with that. But, I don't know. Kind of fun watching him squirm and be like, what are you doing? Oh.
Now, listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, did I? Oh, hello, blue door, old friend.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door! More like royal blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door, I think so. Oh, found the blue door behind me.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I don't want to. Can I go back to my room? I like pushing buttons that I'm told to push. I want to disobey it. Oh, fine. Just one time.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
A suck at nerd 1.
One? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Lay it on me. Oh, the Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboards. I remember being confused when I first saw this, if this was actually real or not. This is you. Stanley number 427 is online. You are objectively ranked 9,328 out of 9,328 players worldwide. Why not ask some friends? I haven't got any friends. Everybody knows YouTubers don't have friends. They never leave their bloody house. All right, back into this. Hi.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Yeah, go.
Taking a look at it, would you?
Of course.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Amazing! Oh, it's flaming baby time!
Crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
The thing is... Oh, God. The thing is... It really does last 4 hours. I'm pretty sure it lasts 4 hours. I'm not doing this for 4 hours. Oh God, the sounds are so annoying. And I think it's intentionally annoying. But just look how different this gameplay is compared to the previous gameplay. Like, there's so much depth to this game, and that's what made it get so much, like, critical acclaim. Because, oh God, this is the worst time to do narration. This game literally was so refreshing. Now, the guys who made this, they went on to make a new studio called Kroll, and then that studio teamed up with Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty, and then they've got a company together called Squatch Tendo, or just Squatch Games. I think they had to change their name. But they're working on games, and they have one called Accounting Plus, and there's more on the way. Are we ready to let the baby die? I don't know about you, but I think the time has come. That baby has cried far too much. Sorry, baby. It's out of my control, baby. No, baby, no!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I think it's Minecraft. It's Minecraft!
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
No joke of a lie, that's what my very first house looked like in Minecraft.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
I'm surprised they got permissions to do this back in the day.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Yay! We're going to play Minecraft, everybody, now. We're going to go mining for diamonds, all of the diamonds, and we will kill anybody that gets in our way. Oh, it's a big, stark, screwy-looking cave. I hope there's no creepers down here.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I don't think I have, Mr. Narrator.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
New game, everybody! Portal! Portal 2, everybody! Or Portal 1, whoever.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
This is Portal 1, and it's like... Nowadays, it loses its charm a little bit, but back in the day when these games were very relevant, this was such a, oh my God, moment. Because, like, hey, we're in Portal.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Companion cube, come with me. Plop.
Genius.
I mean, we haven't got the portal.
Actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for...
Suck it! Boop. Darkness all around me. Which way do I go? I actually don't remember. So let's work this one out together. Because if I do remember rightly, the Stanley Parable started off as just a mod, the source engine type thing, and we get to replay part of the classic game of it. I fell to my death. Here we go. This is the original version of Stanley Parable, I believe. Number 427, this is my office. Look at this. Can I do anything in here? No. I forget how to do it, but there's a way to get through this door, and it starts the whole Stanley Parable adventure line, and I really want to do that, but I can't remember how to start it. Maybe we will revisit this again if you guys really want to see some more of this. But otherwise, you can go back and watch my earliest videos on this channel. Warn you, it's very cringy and terrible, and you're not going to enjoy it because I'm an idiot. Be interesting to see the comment section. Anyway, I've been Spammals, Stanley Parable, legendary game. If you haven't played it, do play it. Why haven't you played it? There's no excuses for having not played it. There's literally so many endings to this game. It is incredibly fun, and the narrator is incredibly legendary. But anyway, do follow me on Twitter if you aren't already. I need to promote that more. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.